Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ad America. Thank you, everyone. For those of you new here, Ad America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and our mission is to provide a space for Indonesians to learn more about American culture. Hello again, everyone. My name is Aldi Rashid, and I'll be your e-guide for today's event, Ad America FC Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce our podcaster for today. He is a spokesperson at U.S. Embassy Jakarta and also a fan of Chelsea Football Club. So please welcome Pak Jamie Ravetz.
Go Blues. Go Blues. Thank you very much, Audi. Good evening, everybody. I guess first things first, before we kick off our fourth episode of the At America FC podcast, how many football fans do we have in the audience? If you could just raise your hand. Are you a football fan? Please? Yes? I got to say, I think we're here with several students who study international relations. I'm happy to walk you through how football can explain international relations. We can have that discussion after the podcast, but I can walk you through the explanation of how football helped the world become what it is today, and I think you can learn a lot about that, and you can also wow your professors back at university. But before I go any further, I want to introduce my partner in crime, the legend, the myth, my hero, the football king, Iksan Mahar from Kompas Daily. Say hi, Iksan.
Yep, apa kabar semua?
It's great to have you, Iksan.
Yep, thank you,
You
Jim.
bring so much expertise and understanding of the game. Really, our main goal here today is to get folks excited about the upcoming tournament in the United States, Mexico, and Canada starting in June. And so we're going to do that by talking a little bit about the most recent international break and the playoffs that took place. There was some surprises, some things not so surprising, and we finally have 48 teams ready to travel to North America next summer, and we're going to talk about that. We're also going to hopefully have a little time to discuss what's very fresh on everyone's mind, the Champions League results from the past couple days.
Yep.
We now have semifinals set, and it should be exciting. We're also then going to reminisce a little bit about the most recent World Cup that took place in 2022 in Qatar, talk about some of that tournament's lasting narratives, some of the results, and we may even have time for a quiz for you guys to take part in, and there may be some prizes as well. So look forward to that in the second half of the program. We are streaming, and our online audience is welcome to send questions, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So before we go too much further, I think we need to talk about the most recent past, which is the international break. We have 48 teams. Why don't we sort of go through quickly the results and sort of your take on things. So first things first was one of the saddest things for me is there's one team that can't seem to find its way back into the World Cup. Who is that?
For the third time, right?
Yes, third time, and that is
Italy.
Italia, right? Italy. Italy lost to Bosnia and Herzegovina on penalties. It was 1-1, and they lost 4-1. And Italy, for the third consecutive year, is out, and Bosnia and Herzegovina joins a group with Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland. So they actually join a pretty good group where they can probably be competitive. Any takeaways from that game?
Yeah, it's like typical Italian game of playing. They play like they don't have like the biggest the big names in the upfront. Moiskin okay with one goal, but after that, we can he's like ghost. He was like ghost. We can
Yeah.
see him after that, and also there are many drama. Like Bastoni get a red card, and also some good save from Donnarumma, but it's not enough. When Bosnia get qualified, when Bosnia get the equalizer, I think that's the time Italia will cannot see in the World Cup again. When in the in, you know, uh, Bosnia have like the veteran players, Edin
Yep.
Dzeko, how he lead his team, how he also helped the team in the organization, also in attacking play and in the shout out in the penalty kicks. I saw also the clips when Zeko talk in every executor from his team. He give like the spirit. He give like you can do it. You can do it. It's like I remember when the Cristiano Ronaldo give the spirit for the Portugal team in the Euro 2016 when they
Against
get
France, when they-
get
yeah.
France after that. So we see how the Dzeko that then Italy miss the person, the players like Zico who can lead the teams, who can give the team the moral boost after in the lowest point of the game.
Right. No, I agree. And that Bastoni challenge and the red card, it changed the game. I also think that for whatever it's worth, like once that became a game, when with that first goal, when
Yep.
Bosnia Herzegovina
Yep.
tied it up, you're right. They sort of lost their nerve, and you could see where things were going. Very depressing for Italy, but very exciting for Bosnia Herzegovina. I think it's the first time they've made the World Cup.
The second,
Second
after
time.
Germany 26.
And then the
2006.
takeaway is Dzeko,
Yeah.
40 years old. So
Yeah.
you can be 40 years old and still have a major impact on a football team. I think that's great. In Path B, Sweden overcame Poland in Stockholm, and Arsenal's Victor Gokaresh. This guy, I've always wanted to. I've never done this. Victor Gokaresh scored a late goal. Sweden joins
Sweden.
Netherlands,
Yep.
Japan, and Tunisia. Talk to me a little bit about. You don't necessarily need to talk about the game, although that was one of the more exciting
Yep,
games.
yep,
I'm
yep.
also really glad that Sweden made it because Poland has made several recent tournaments and has not necessarily performed well. Sad that Lewandowski is not going to have a chance, and maybe we won't be seeing him again in the World Cup. But when I think of Sweden, I actually think of America in 1994 and that
Yeah.
Sweden team that did so well there. But Sweden in the upcoming tournament, what do you think?
I think this is the one of the most prospective teams from the Sweden. They have many young great players. Gyökeres in the last episode we'll talk about how Gyökeres can be one of the biggest player from the Sweden in this playoff, and he give us something that here I am. Here I am with his goals and also his trademark celebration, really good. And we can see him in the World Cup in the biggest stage of the football is really good, despite whatever happened with the Arsenal in the summer.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, how would you describe his season with Arsenal? Like, has he made the impact he wanted there?
I think it's like Arsenal, as we know, like in the last season, in the previous season, he missed the someone who can give the plenty of goals.
Yeah.
Gyökeres come from the Sporting Portugal, but the system of the Arteta, I think is not the suit for the play of the Gyökeres, because Arteta really depends on the how the play with the set pieces, with the corner, with the direct or indirect free kick. So the Gyökeres really love like the true pass ball, but he didn't. I think not much get the plenty of the chances in the season.
Yeah.
Maybe the next season, we don't know how the Arsenal play, but in the season the Gyökeres cannot get the service like he won, like he have in the Sporting in the last two seasons.
Yeah, no, that Sporting team was really good, and he played so well in Portugal. I do hope, and I think we're going to see a lot of Gyökeres
Celebration, right? The match.
celebration over the next
next man.
few matches as Arsenal try to lock down the Premier League, and of course as Arsenal they're playing against Atletico Club in the semifinal of the Champions League, which will be really exciting.
It'll be huge.
So, anyway, I guess one other thing to point out about Sweden before we move to the next game, they're in a tough group.
Yep.
They've got the Netherlands, Japan, and Tunisia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tunisia's tough.
Tunisia tough. Tunisia tough. In the last World Cup in the Qatar, he played really good against the teams like Belgium, and also he also play.
Didn't Tunisia beat England in the final group game of
Yeah.
So they're a legit contender to finish second or third. And you have to remember too, in this next World Cup, it's 48 teams.
Yep.
Some of the third place finishers are going to make
8 team for the third place will be
8 third place
qualify
finishers.
to the 32.
So what do you think with this group? Does Sweden have a shot, or do you think Japan?
Sweden can give a shot. Especially I should mention how Japan will give something more in this World Cup edition, because they took the first ever win in the Wembley.
Yep.
And also they beat Brazil with the one of the dramatic games in the last international day.
Yep.
When he lost 2-0, and also they can remontada or come back with 3-2. One of the biggest game like Japan have did. And also we have to remember that Japan play in Wembley with like the Japan B team.
Yep.
There's no Koromitoma, there's no like Endo, and also there's no like Minamino that get injured with AS Monaco.
Yep.
So this team have many good players.
Sounds like you're pretty high on Japan, huh?
Yeah.
You think this is the time they pull together and they can sort of, they often stumble in one way or another. I've always loved Japan, and I've been watching them for 30 years. But boy, sometimes they get overpowered. They often don't have the striker they need, the finisher. But you think this team may be different?
This team this year will be different, because we know that Japan problem is also the central forward. They don't have. I also experienced how they play against Croatia in the Big 16 in the Qatar.
Yeah.
How they play really good. How they play Croatia team cannot give something after only one chances Croatia and get score, and they asked Japan in the shot out the penalty kicks, and Japan lost it. But today Japan have like more complete players.
Okay.
They still rely on the Endo for the number 6 position, but in the number 9 they have Ayase Ueda.
Okay.
The top scorer for the Eredivisie right now with 23 goals. Play for Feyenoord. So and also the partner also one of the most score in also in Eredivisie in the Netherlands league. Ogawa, he play for NEC Nijmegen.
Okay.
And also now NEC in the third position.
Okay.
And can get the Ken VB Cup on Ken VB Baker in this weekend against the AS Alkmaar. So Ogawa also have 15 goals, and most of them, 10 of them is score when he play as the super sub.
Okay.
So
so they've got a sub to come on and save them late. Sounds like you think they have some scores, which is where they've lacked. And if they could just sort of see out games, especially games they dominate, they can avoid their fate. The fate they had against Czech. It was against Czech or Croatia. Croatia in 2022. That's interesting. Well, given that Real Madrid had an interesting game against Bayern, and it started particularly fascinating. I don't know if any of you saw the opening goal in the first 5 minutes of the match between Bayern and Real last night. It was pretty amazing, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because we're going to talk a little bit about Turkey, or Turkey, I guess as it's pronounced now. They beat Kosovo 1-0 in Pristina, and it was their first time qualifying for the World Cup since 2002.
Yeah, Turkey.
And I mean, I guess I have fond memories of them. I remember that World Cup, and they did quite well, I believe, in that World Cup. They are often really strong. They've done really well in the Euros during that period. And of course, we've got to say Ada Güler, who scored a brace last night, 2 goals, his first goal off the mistake
2
by
fantastic goals,
Neuer, right? Yeah. And he keeps scoring these long-distance goals. It's incredible, but I think he's finally found his place in that squad. And I have to say, I would have been really sad not to see Turkey in this tournament. Tell me a little bit about the team.
Yeah, this team is have the bright future. this instead of the Arda Güler, we talk about Arda Güler, and European media also talk about Arda play really good in with the system, even with the Xabi Alonso in system, also for the Alvaro Arbeloa after in the second half of the season, he played really good. He can gel with the superstar in Real Madrid, like Vini, like Mbappe, also with Jude Bellingham. But I also read the criticize from the Iker Casillas
Okay.
from the last game analysis. He said that the only two players that Madrid won the game, only Arda and also Jude Bellingham. He criticized the play of Mbappe and Vini, how they cannot.
They don't play. They don't come back.
Yeah,
They don't
they can
defend.
unite in the team. Yeah, so but Arda and Jude like give everything, and for Arda, he also have like the partner in the system of the Turkey. He has Hakan Çalhanoğlu as the holding midfield. He can play more freely in this Turkey team because Turkey have Hakan, the experienced players with the Inter Milan, one of the best players in the Serie A in the previous in the last season. Also, he get the best midfielder in for Serie A last season, and then also Turkey also have Kenan Yildiz, the number 10 in Juventus, play really good in Juve with 10 goals and 6 assists. And also, like in the 90s, you feel like you have Alessandro Del Piero. And by the way, he come for the Clash of Legend game in the GBK this Saturday.
Coming up.
Yes,
Del Piero's
Del
coming
Piero
to.
will play with Barca Legends. You know that?
I did not know that. We need to talk after this.
Yeah,
Are
also
there tickets still available?
it's still available. Still available.
Interesting.
And also,
I might have to go for my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you have Kenan, we have Arda. It's like the team that we know Turkey in the in this early millennium. They have like Hakan Şükür,
Yeah, of course, I remember that team
still the fastest goal scorer in the World Cup history, and also they have Hasan Şaş, the keeper. They have Restu Rekber at that time. How the team play really good, and they conquered the third place in the Japan and South Korea 20 years ago. So this team, I think this Turkey team, we almost forget talking about the Vincenzo Montella,
Yeah.
the Italian guy, Italian coach, that he like give the revolution in Turkey team. He including many young players in like Kenan, like Arda. He gave the debut for the national team, and now after 2.5 years, they give the team that they miss a lot. They cannot qualify in the World Cup in the last 20 years, and now they come back, and I think they are one of the dark horse in the tournament.
Okay, I'm not surprised to hear you say that, and I have to admit, like as much as I wanted to see Arda Güler perform and Çalhanoğlu,
Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
I can't say his name, but I love him as a player because I think he brings such balance to the national team, and I love the role he plays for Inter as well. The only problem is they're joining a group that's very close to my heart, which is the U.S. group. So it's group, which group is it? It's group D.
Group D.
So United States, Paraguay, and Australia. And Turkey comes in there. And I mean, I think one could argue Turkey's the favorite to win that group away, right? That shouldn't happen with a playoff team. Anyway, we're running out of time for this section. I'll just briefly sort of go over a little bit more of the big news. So Denmark didn't make it. Czechia's in.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've had a World Cup without Denmark. DR Congo from Africa defeated Jamaica, and they'll join a group with Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia.
Wow, tough group.
And DR Congo, it's the first time for them,
Yes.
I think, or at least maybe they were in one time when the country was called Zaire.
Zaire, yep.
Maybe back in 1974.
Edition.
Which is a great year. And then Iraq.
Also come back to the World Cup after in Mexico.
60 years. Yes, exactly. It's crazy.
Also in Mexico.
And then we got Iraq as well, who beat Bolivia 2-1, and they're ending a 40-year absence at the World Cup. They're going to be facing France, Senegal. It's almost like France and Senegal are always connected in some way. Every tournament they have to play each other. And then, of course, Norway, which is a team we need to talk about
Wow,
because,
wow,
in
wow.
terms of the Scandinavians, I wouldn't want to face Norway.
Yeah,
They scare me.
they are really scary.
Although Holland has gone off the boil a little over the
Like a monster.
right. I mean, he's a monster
Yep.
indeed. Anything else you want to sort of briefly touch on in terms of the playoffs and sort of your expectations for this summer before we go to our World
Yeah,
Cup
maybe
moments?
we really interesting how the debutants team like Curaçao will play in the game, and also like Congo also is really like this is the time for the first ever edition with the 48
Yeah.
teams, and also 32 teams like in the previous edition. The will be playing the big six and will be in the cloud out, which really interesting for the team like Curaçao. They not only for the debutants but also they can write the history
Yeah.
debutants and also directly qualify to the knockouts. It's really big things for the team
But
like Curaçao.
are you worried for the Curaçaos that we may see some big scores?
I think Curaçao is like Indonesia because many of them play in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
They born in the Netherlands, grow up in the Netherlands, so they have a chance to I have the heritage.
So do you feel like Indonesians should support Curacao because of those connections?
Yeah, maybe like the Dutch connection.
The Dutch connection.
Actually, there are another two teams like have the Dutch connection, Curaçao and also Suriname.
Yes,
and
of
also
course.
Indonesia. They really depends on the play who born and also grow up in the system of the Netherlands football.
Yep.
But only Curaçao have qualified. But I think the challenge of the Curaçao is more easier than like Indonesia in Asia, like many great teams already here, and also we beat with Iraq, that also qualify. But yeah, I think Iraq also have something in my memory because I watched in the last 4 years. I watched many times Iraq against Indonesia. I watched in the GBK 2 times. I watched also in Qatar when in Asian Cup. But despite we always lose at the game, but I see the progression with our national team or the national team start with lose 1-5 in the Iraq.
But is it so? Here's a question. And I feel like I've asked you similar questions, but is like like if it's your rival and it's Iraq, which it really sort of burns, right? Because they're in the spot that Indonesia would have, right? Like they beat you to that spot. Can you put the anger aside and support them because of that? A lot of times I struggle to do that with certain teams.
Yeah.
And I think I'm probably immature, but I also think a lot of fans or fanatics of sports struggle with that. Could you find it in your heart to support Iraq in the World Cup?
As the neutral fans, I think yeah. But because Iraq and also Uzbekistan give up like example how the teams you need to qualify to the World Cup. You need one thing. That's it. The young development
Yep.
really well. Iraq in this time they have Ali Jassim.
Yep.
Last season he get the contract for the Como, the team that also owned by the Indonesian businessman.
Oh, I didn't realize. Like Como,
Yep.
Cesc Fabregas' team.
Yep.
Yep, is
Jarum.
owned by an Indonesian.
Yep. Jarum Group.
Oh yeah. Okay, I did not know.
Yeah. Ali Jassim also already play last
See,
season.
I'm gonna cheer for Como now. because of
Yeah,
that. Okay.
Como for the
Easy.
Champions League, right?
Yeah, they have a shot. It's amazing.
Yeah, and so they are play Como, Ali Jassim, and also now he loaned to the Uni Emirat teams.
Okay.
I forget the name,
Yeah.
but they give the something that we need to give like example for us, not only to depends on the heritage players for the naturalization program, but also we need make our own players, our own, like Abdul Qadir Husanov in Manchester City.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
monster.
yeah.
He become like Man City also have 3 monsters in the team. Donnarumma and the goalkeeper, Husanov Kusa in the central defender, and also Haaland in the up front is really that is something that Guardiola built in the team. Then Kusanov, yeah, Kusanov play also. I remember
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
Uzbekistan is in the tournament as
Yep.
well. Yeah.
I also I remember when saw the Kusano play against our Indonesian under 23, like Rizky Ridho with Marcelino
Yeah.
Ferdinand, play against Kusanov in the Qatar also. So I cannot imagine that not only a year after that game, uh, they get the really good contract from the Man City. So it really surprised me, but the quality is really good. So
Amazing.
Indonesia need to produce the typical player like that.
Gotcha. Well, I think it's possible, but yet you're right. It requires investment and
Yep.
luck and many things. Before we jump to start talking about the last World Cup, why don't we go to our World Cup moments? So we have a couple of videos prepared for you, clips. Kiki, if we could start with Iksan's clip, and if you could just describe once it starts playing what we're seeing. It should play right here. Here we go.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
I think the most underrated game of the last World Cup, Cameroon against Serbia.
I think I was at a winery in Mendoza, Argentina, and I missed a lot of this game.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of goals.
Cameroon score first goal, and then Serbia score 3 goals for comeback in the last 14 in the next 14 minutes, and
Wow,
also
long range goals too.
yeah, and also one of the change that substitution that make the Cameroon team really different in the mid of the second half. That scored the third goal actually, the beautiful third goal. You can see that.
Wow.
Mitrovic.
Oh, and that's our old friend from
Yeah.
used to play for Fulham. long
Yep,
time
Mitrovic,
ago.
yeah, the Fulham, and also the last in Al Hilal in Saudi. Ini.
How was he not offsides there? Didn't he look? Oh yes, I remember this.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Yeah, offside. Ini I think it's we need almost 10 minutes the
Yes,
referee
you're
to
right.
watch
Yeah.
the VAR.
Can you imagine? Like, how confident do you have to be to
Yeah,
do that
in the biggest
biggest stage
the biggest stage
of your career?
Yep.
Yeah,
And score a goal like this. And
that's how you are in journalism, right there.
yeah.
That's you. Incredible.
Yeah.
And did it end up going to penalties? What?
No, you see the group stage actually. This is the
Oh, this is the group stage. So
the Bayern man at
does
the
it
time.
end in a draw? Is that the final goal?
Yep. 3-3.
Amazing.
Really good games.
Amazing. Well, and what's so nice is this next tournament, we're going to get many more games because there's more groups. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to hide out and watch lots of football matches. And I do hope I'm going to be back in the States for a little bit of the summer, and I'm going to try to get tickets to one of the knockout stage games that's in Boston.
Okay.
That's my hope. We'll see if it happens. Hey, Kiki, can we go to my video real quick? And we'll just show it for a little. And I chose it because this was when I was younger. No, I'm kidding. This is black and white. This is what's often referred to as the Battle of Santiago.
Yes,
Santiago
Chile.
is Chile. And this was Italy versus Chile. This is 1962.
Wow.
And this is about as ugly a match as you can get. The Italians were out of their minds, jumping and putting their boots into everything. I think there were several. Actually, this was before red cards even existed.
Yeah.
So some people had to leave, but a red card, a yellow card, that system didn't exist. It was ugly. It was physical. And I wanted to show this clip because often in these international tournaments where you have different styles and different levels, sometimes and quite often the game gets physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. People are going to have nightmares, Kiki. You should stop the clip. So, but my point is this, like, it's good to sort of reflect on what took place, because these matches can get really ugly. A lot of teams that maybe are less talented will use different things to their advantage. Sometimes that's being more physical. Sometimes that's making sure that they're really good from corner kicks or free kicks, or they can do throw-ins really long. And so I just wanted to point back to a different time before the red card, before the yellow card, and say, don't forget, the beautiful game can sometimes not be so beautiful too, and that's okay. Yeah.
Something like, more dramatical. But FYI, for the this year World Cup, there's only new rule, like for the throw in, for the ball like stop, the referee will stop the game.
Yeah.
Will stop the minutes. It's like the futsal,
Okay. Yes, they stop the clock. Yeah.
So every player that get injured, they will stop until they get out of the field. So after that, they can continue the game.
I like that. That's how, well, certain points in American football, we do that as well. We're running on track, maybe a little behind. No one's giving me dirty looks, but I can't really see. Only Iksan's giving me dirty looks, so we're okay. Guys, we're going to use the next 15 minutes to look back at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Few things to lead off. It was the first Winter World Cup. It took place from November to December in 2022. All the European leagues and leagues around the world that have their matches and seasons at that time had to take a break. And many people were really worried about it and the impact it would have on the second halves of those seasons. It was the first World Cup held in the Middle East and on the Arabian Peninsula, and it was the second in Asia since 2002 when Japan and Korea co-hosted. It was also squeezed, right? Because organizers were worried about having too much time between, like, the break between in the season being too long. So it actually only went for 29 days. There were 64 matches played in 8 venues across 5 cities in Qatar. Qatar entered the event. It was their first World Cup as the host team. They were actually a good side. I think they performed well. I don't think they won any matches, but they did well. And it was really exciting. How many of you actually remember that World Cup? How many of you watched the World Cup? Can I get a raise your hands? Okay, a few of you. I was hoping for more of you because we're going to have a quiz, okay? So I'm going to turn it over to Aldi to walk through you guys doing a quiz. We've got, I forget how many questions, maybe 12, 13 questions, but
No.
3,000 questions. No, 12 questions or something like that. But you can grab your phones and you guys can do the quiz. We have prizes, okay? So the top 3 scores will get a prize. And this is how we're going to talk about the World Cup, the 2022 World Cup, and we can thank Iksan for coming up with these questions. So I'm going to turn it over to Audi now to kick us off.
Thank you very much, Pak Jamie and everyone. As you can see on the screen, we have already displayed the Kahoot, which you can access at www.kahoot.it, or you can scan the QR code, of course, with your device, and then enter the game pin 2593982. And as Pak Jamie mentioned, the Kahoot will mainly speak about the 2022 World Cup, and it's going to test everyone's knowledge and memories about what happened during the tournament.
Yes, Aldi.
Yes, we expect many participants, and of course, as Pak Jamie mentioned as well, we have prizes. Kita punya hadiah untuk 3 juaranya. Yang jadi top 3 nanti akan mendapatkan hadiah. We'll get a special prize from Mas Iksan. So seems like we already have quite a few, Pak Jamie and Mas Iksan, 44 participants for this game.
Who's not participating? No, I'm kidding. I think that's everybody. Yeah, you don't have to. It's not mandatory. But that's great. Why don't we kick it off? Let's do it, Al.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we start, I would like to ask, is there anyone who have a problem accessing the Kahoot? Can we get a raise of hand? No? Everybody is joining it just fine? Okay. We can proceed with the questions.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yes.
2022 World Cup trivia, and the first question would be...
Sorry, that's a drum roll.
What score the final between Argentina and France, including this penalty shootout?
Oh my God! So you have to add the goals.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
normal time and the
Oh.
shootout. Is it
Oh,
3-3,
betul.
6-4, 3-2, or 7-5? So include the score in normal time and the penalty shootout.
I think I know.
And the correct answer is 7-5.
I would have gotten that one right.
7-5.
Yeah.
You wanna talk a bit
Yeah,
about
real
that,
quick.
Pak?
For me, guys, just so you guys are aware, I was in Argentina for this World Cup, so I watched that match in my apartment in Buenos Aires. I had 20 people over. We were all sitting around the table. It was the middle of summer. We had the windows open. All you could hear after each goal was the city erupt. You could hear everyone screaming and yelling. It was unbelievable. And for me, this match is one of the best matches, best sporting events I've ever had in my life. It's definitely in the top 5.
Yep.
What do you think?
Not top 5 maybe the first list ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is maybe my best experience in the when I on the Qatar at the
Yeah, so Iksan was there.
2022.
Iksan was working for Kompas,
Yep.
and he was in Qatar for the whole World Cup. And you were at this event, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, when you look at the picture of the quiz, that's how I look the field, how I look
Yeah,
the
that
games.
picture was his
I take the
photo.
picture directly from the tribune. So yeah, that's really good.
Amazing. Let's go to the
Amazing.
next question.
Before that, let's see the leaderboard, Pak. The
Leaderboard.
temporary leaderboard.
my
Okay.
Oh, it's Alif, Hafiz, Ferdinand, Nadib, and Putri.
Who's Alif? Where's Alif?
Where's Alif?
Who's Alif?
Okay.
Oh,
He looks very confident. Okay. Let's see if you can keep it up.
and let's see number 2. Who won the Golden Boot Award, which is awarded to the top scorer of the tournament? Is it Lionel Messi, Luka Modric, Kylian Mbappe, or Julian Alvarez?
And again, each photo is one of your photos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are Isan's photos too.
We'll find out the answer in 3, 2, 1. Kylian Mbappe.
Hat trick for the finals. I just give a clue from them.
Yes, wanna talk briefly about that?
There's not much to say about Kylian
Yeah.
Mbappe that hasn't been said, and that was amazing. I mean, you don't see, particularly how he performed in the
Yeah.
final. They went down 2-0, if I recall.
Yep.
Right, and it just looked like everything was going
Wow.
Argentina's way, and he almost single-handedly brought them back. It was really impressive.
And when we saw the game in the first lap, friends like, no team like really good in the final. Yeah. Deschamps substitute the Oliver Giroud.
Yep.
So they changed the position of the Griezmann and give freedom role for the Mbappe and bam.
And it unlocked the
Yep.
game. Interesting. Okay, back to you, Audi.
Okay, but Jamie, let's see the leaderboard. It's still Alif, apparently.
Ali.
Alif still leading. Which country became the first African nation to reach the semifinals of the World Cup? Is it Senegal, Cameroon, Egypt, or Morocco? Which African nation? And the correct answer to that is Morocco.
Wow, a lot of smart people in the room. Morocco is going to be strong this time around as well, don't you think?
Oh, yep. After they, the controversial in the African Nation Cup.
Yes, I don't know if you can call them champions. I don't know what we should call them, but yes, there was some controversy. You should Google it with the Cup of Nations African Cup a few months ago against Senegal.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. But let's see. Let's go to the next question.
Yep.
Yes. And the leaderboard,
Or the leaderboard.
still
first.
Alif. After 3 questions,
You
Alif
got-
is still leading in
I
first
think
place.
you have to distract Alif, okay?
Which team eliminated Brazil national football team in the quarterfinals? Is it Germany, Croatia, Netherlands, or Morocco? The underdogs. that knocked out Brazil?
Brazil.
Brazil?
I hope Brazil can do it.
It's Croatia.
Croatia. Is Luka Modric playing this tournament?
Yes, come on, play.
I was kind of half asking. Okay. So Croatia will definitely make it to the finals.
Yeah, this
Because
is
every time.
every tournament he become the dark horse and qualify to the semi.
I know.
At least semi, yeah.
But he looks so tired. His face is like, his eyes are so
Yeah.
deep. And anyway, I guess that makes me,
But when
gives me hope.
the ball in his feet, wow,
Beautiful.
like a magician.
Especially the outside, when he uses the outside. Incredible. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Luka Modric, the leader of the team. And the scoreboard. Whoa! It's Ferdinand in first place. And Alif is nowhere to
what
be seen, but-
happened? Alif went out for a curry.
Oh,
It's
come
okay.
on.
Which Asian team topped a group containing Spain and Germany? Is it South Korea, Iran, Japan, or Qatar? Which Asian team placed in the first place ahead of Spain and Germany in the same group? And the answer is Japan.
Wow. Banyak
Wow.
nih.
Wow, pretty good. As no one's cheating, I hope. No one's looking at the. Is it okay? I won't look into it. It's okay.
Yeah, I think they
It's
just
fine.
know, Pat. They just watch
They
the
just
World Cup at all
you guys
times.
are just experts. It's fine. That makes sense. I don't think we need to talk about Japan anymore. We talked
Yeah.
about them. I think they're always tough, and if they could ever pull together, they have the talent to win it.
I just remember how the Tomiyasu said in the mix zone after the game against Croatia that they eliminated. He said, yeah, one of them, me as one of the journalists at the mix zone, he said the next World Cup will should play in the semi.
Wow.
Was so that's they have a really good ambition. So I think this is the time they get the
Okay.
target.
I hope so. I would love that story. Over to you, Audi, for scoreboard.
Let's go. And the first place is still Ferdinand.
Wow.
Followed by Nadi Putri, Come on England, and Saga Fasni. Seems like we have an England fan here.
I
Pat.
love it. Go. Come on, Three Lions.
Which country did Portugal defeat in the round of 16 with a 6-1 scoreline? Is it Switzerland, Morocco, Ghana, or South Korea?
That's the situation.
Defeated by
That was
Ronaldo's
right there.
team.
Yeah.
For the game.
You're really high up there, I think. Are you zooming?
No, it's that no, the zooming.
But it
And the
looks like
correct
you're-
answer is Switzerland.
Switzerland.
And it's a close tie. People are guessing Morocco and Ghana as well. But the correct answer is Switzerland. Pat.
Which is pretty amazing because Switzerland is a good team.
Yep.
To see them, it just shows how deep the talent is in Portugal. And I think Portugal, I mean, they put Ronaldo aside.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're incredible.
Yep.
I mean, I know Rafael Leao hasn't had the best year, but you've got Vitinha, you've got, I mean, and again, it's terribly sad that Jogo Jota is
Yeah, passed
is
away.
passed
right?
away. But I think they're a favorite, right?
Yep.
If they can figure out how to use Ronaldo
Mm.
so it doesn't damage
Yep.
the team.
Yep.
That's the way.
Yep. And so how the Gonzalo Ramos scored hat trick at the time, and now
Yes.
he played for the PSG only for the the second choice of the number 9 after
Yeah.
Ousmane Dembele. But yeah, Portugal have like deep teams right now. They have plenty potential players in the midfield.
Yep.
They have Vitinha. They have Neves, and also Bruno
They're balanced,
Fernandes.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Who's their keeper?
The Porto Rui.
Okay.
Diogo Costa. Diogo Costa.
Diogo Costa.
Oh,
Diogo
it is.
Costa.
Okay. Yeah.
The Porto.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, Portugal's a team to watch. Back to the quiz.
And the leaderboard for this one Pa, is still Ferdinand, but
Wow,
Alif is back in
Alif
second
is
place.
back.
Leaf is coming
Welcome
back.
back,
This is
man.
dramatic,
Welcome back.
guys. I'm very excited.
Which team did England lose to in the quarterfinals? Was it Argentina, France, Croatia, or Portugal?
Shepa.
Come on, England shoot no. Come on, England shoot no.
Shepa.
Should be able to answer that one.
Yes.
If he remembers which team defeated England. And the correct answer to that is France.
That one was too easy. A few people picked Portugal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing battle. I mean, I think it hinges on one play, really, right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
The most memorable part of the game is Hurricane missed the penalty kicks,
and
and
Harry
also
Kane never misses penalty kicks. Come on, England, right?
yep,
Yeah.
and Mbappe face of meme, and
Yeah, right. Yeah, he sort of made fun.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I also watched the game in Albert Stadium, the stadium
were you
also
at
for
that
the
match?
opening match,
Okay.
and the how the hooligans it's in the majority of the tribunes and French supporter only small part in the behind the at the time Loris tribune in the back side of the tribune
Yeah.
and they cheering inside of the England hooligans. Wow,
That's not a
give
good
them
idea.
anything worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with those folks. Yeah, England travelers sometimes you gotta just let them do what they're
The
gonna
harsh
do.
words. Wow, even we are in the upper tribune, we can hear
Really?
really clear how they say.
Well, I'm sure they were using some language we couldn't use here. Yeah, yeah, it's very true. Back to you, Aldi.
Moving on to the leaderboard is still
Wow,
Ferdinand.
come on,
Alif and
England.
Come on England
Come
is
to
back in
victory.
third place with Sagaf and Kitty.
Is it Rio Ferdinand? Do you think he's in the room?
Which stadium hosted the final match?
Not that Ferdinand.
This one could be tricky. Is it the Al Bayt Stadium,
No.
Jassim bin Hamad
This
Stadium,
one I would
Khalifa
know.
International Stadium, or the Lusail Stadium? And this is, of course, a real picture as
Yes.
well, Mas Iksan.
Yes, for
That-
that stadium,
Was that the opening or closing?
the final.
That was the
closing.
final?
It's the Lusail Stadium. And only 9 got it correct.
Wow. This is
Wow.
going to separate. I don't know what it separates, but yeah, let's go to the scoreboard. Let's
Yep,
see.
let's go to scoreboard.
Let's see the scoreboard.
Wow.
It's still Ferdinand. Come on, England, Nadib, Alif, and Alien.
Number 9.
Which player scored a hat trick in the final? Is it Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Olivier Giroud, or Julian Alvarez?
Ooh.
A hat trick in the final part.
It could have been any of those.
But Masiksan just gave a clue because one of them got
Yes.
subbed out by the coach. So the correct answer would be Kylian Mbappe.
Wow, still
Still,
some.
yeah, no,
wrong
still
question,
some
right?
mistakes. That's fine. You don't need to listen to us. That's okay.
Waduh, okay.
Clearly, you're not paying attention. I'm kidding. Let's go to the scoreboard.
And
Wow.
it's Come On England at number 1.
I gotta say, I'm cheering for "Come on, England." Okay. Awesome. Let's see what's next. We got 2 more questions
Yep,
left.
you have 2 more questions.
Who is the head coach of Canada national team in 2022 World Cup? Is it Jurgen Klinsmann, Mauricio Pochettino, Luis Felipe Scolari, or John Herdman? Might be a familiar name these days.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or not.
Maybe.
The correct answer is John Herdman.
Yes.
John Herdman. I like the people that.
Our John.
Voted for
You know, we can
Klinsmann. Yeah,
call him
he's-
our John.
What is his job currently? What is he doing now?
The head coach of Indonesia.
He's
national
your
team.
he's your team's coach.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. But he talks a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. I was gonna say a Canadian joke. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to offend all the Canadians in the room. Let's.
Let's see the
this is
leaderboard.
it, right?
Yep.
This is the
Yes.
moment. Oh my
We're
God.
closing in on the final answer. It's still Come On England.
Oh, but look how tight it is.
Yes.
There's
Wow.
less than
One-
60
yes.
points.
One question can change everything, but which stadium will host the final match in the 2026 World Cup? Is it Azteca Stadium, Hard Rock Stadium, MetLife Stadium, or the BMO Field Stadium?
This is so hard. But I know the answer.
Yeah.
And how do you like? We went from 2022 to 2026, and we didn't
In
even
the last
tell you.
question as well.
One
The last
question,
question.
4 years.
And the correct answer is the MetLife Stadium in New
MetLife.
Jersey. Is it in New Jersey? But
New Jersey.
New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Jersey. So let's just take a moment before we do the big reveal. So who were the top 3? It It was Come On England. So who's Come On England?
We're gonna find out in a moment, Pa. So we're
Okay.
gonna
We're gonna
reveal
reveal.
the podium from the
Okay.
third, second, and first place.
I'm turning it to you to
Right after this. So we're gonna see the podium. Let's see, drum rolls, please. And number 3 is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Number 2 is Come On England.
Come On England.
And number 1 is Nadim.
Wow, wow.
Yay. Yeah.
The last question.
Right in the last question. So congratulations to Ferdinand, Come On England, and Nadip. If you are indeed these 3 winners, you can screenshot the screen on your phone which says that you are the winner. And after the end of this event, we are going to award you with the prize, which of course is presented by Mas Iksan. So I think that's it for the Kahoot session, Pa. I'm
Perfect.
returning it back to you.
Thank you so much, Audi. I hope you guys had fun there. We're going to do a couple more things before we wrap up. I think, why don't we jump? Well, first of all, I hope after that discussion, you guys are excited about the upcoming World Cup. We hoped that reminiscing about the last World Cup would get you really focused on this summer. Now, we want to do a segment that we do every time, and it's Iksan's opportunity to teach me a little bit about Indonesian football and Indonesian football culture and the Indonesian league here. So why don't we turn it over to Iksan for the Indonesian football corner?
Okay. It's maybe like the rare things in the most of the football environment in the world. But, maybe in the MLS, in every year there are only new teams come up, and also like Inter Miami. In this season we have the San Diego, but in Indonesia the phenomenon is different. We have like the phenomenon of the club license trading. Club license trading. It means like one club, they already maybe 50 years ago, they already built 50 years ago, and also maybe 20 or 30 years ago. But in this season, they play with different name.
Okay.
Different name with different owners. It's like and now we have in the Championship League, in the second tier of our league, we have Garuda Yaksa FC.
Yeah.
They owned by our president.
Okay.
They changed the name. They bought the name from our.
Like I said, football, politics, international
Yes.
relations, sometimes they're together.
Yes, bought the license from the one of the biggest team in the West Java outside Persib Bandung. They call PSKC Cimahi. The last time the club already established since 1970s actually, but only one thing, they have like problem in the financial problem.
Okay.
And someone come, and this year they come up with a new name, Garuda Yaksa. And this is like the phenomena already happen in every we have Indonesian FA have the Congress each year. And I also still hearing last time I hear 3 club have different names with different and also this is the phenomena that's already also happened in Indonesia. So that's why there's no we also talk about it in the earliest episode. We called also like development, how they build from the stretch, from the grassroots,
Yeah.
and to the top tier. And now in Indonesia there are like many things wanna instant product. So not only for the players in the national team, but also club also one of the instant things. They don't want to start from the 4th tier or the amateur team, but they already want to have the professional team, and also they build the license. And FYI in Indonesia, only 7 teams that you cannot change the name and also change the logo.
Only 7
Only
teams.
7 teams. This is the founders of the Indonesian FA or PSSI. There are Persija Jakarta,
Yep.
Persib Bandung, Persebaya Surabaya, PSIM Yogyakarta, PSM Medion, and also PPSM Magelang, and also I forgot one also. Already 6 or 7. Yeah, that's
But they're almost like national treasures, so you can't.
national treasure.
They're like preserved.
Yeah, and already in this year of the Congress for PSSI, they create new statuta, and they include the rules that those 7 teams cannot change the name, cannot change the logo.
I love it. I mean, it's interesting to do that, but they're trying to preserve a tradition of some kind, right?
Yeah.
Does this happen in other parts of the world? I'm not so
I think
sure.
I'm not sure.
I mean, most independent clubs would
Yeah.
be able to do what they want. Obviously, a club like Manchester United or a well-known club is not going to want to do that because of branding and
Yeah.
the challenges of starting
Yeah.
from scratch. But I like that it's protected. That's fascinating. Thank you, Iksan.
Yep. Welcome, Jen.
Indonesian Football Corner is always fun for me because I get to learn so much. And I still feel like there's still a lot to learn. We're going to turn quickly to some questions we received online. There were a couple questions tonight. The first question was from Dio, who asks, he's asking me what my favorite club is. But why? I could talk about that for the next 30 minutes, and I know you don't want me to do that. I'll just say this. Yes, Aldi mentioned I'm a Chelsea fan, so there's lots of highs and lots of lows.
But more lows lah.
Ouch! Burn. I also tend to support clubs in each league. So like I'm an Ajax fan from growing up. Just I played in the Netherlands and I was such a huge Johan Cruyff fan. And by being a Johan Cruyff fan, that meant I was a Barcelona fan. So Barcelona's my team in Spain. Roma's my team in Italy. I tend to support. I tend to root against Bayern and Borussia is probably the team I like in Germany. In France, I'm a Marseille guy. So like I tend to support teams in each league, and it gives me something to root for. And of course, in Argentina, I'm a Boca guy. How about yourself? What are the three teams you would say you support? I think I know at least the first one.
Yep. Yeah, I love. I know football because of the Juventus team.
Yep.
In Italy, and also the first thing that I watched the game in Indonesian directly is the Persita Tangerang.
Yep.
The last Cisadane we cannot, and also I love also at the time how to play teams like what else? PSG. I love it how to play, and also in MLS because I watched their game directly in the Colorado. I love Colorado. How to call it? Colorado Springs or
I don't know their name. Yeah.
Yeah, the Colorado ones. I watched their game in 2012 against the Beckham's LA Galaxy at Denver at the time.
Oh, and Beckham was playing at that time? That's pretty cool. I love that you have an American team you support. I didn't even mention like DC United's my team. Or the Philadelphia Union. I don't know. It depends. It depends where I'm living. That's super interesting. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's fun to support clubs. I also support players. Americans in general have more of a propensity or more inclined to support players than clubs. England and other parts of the world, it's you decide on a club and you stick to it. But because of the nature of American sports, and we have something called free agency where players often move from one club to another club, allegiances can sometimes be a little weak to the club and more to the player. I mean, I remember in the late 90s and the early 2000s, before I really got into football again, I had taken a break. I loved the Arsenal team with like Mark Overmars and
Freddie
Dennis
Ljungberg,
Bergkamp and Freddie Ljungberg and Vieira. I mean, I loved those teams, and I also remember that time that like Arsene Wenger had been in Tokyo at Urawa, when I was studying Japanese in Japan a long time ago. And so I remember that and sort of made that connection. The second question we got was from Kelvin. He asks about our expectations for the World Cup. I think we talked about that quite a bit already. I would say my main expectation, I'm sure Iksan shares this, is we expect a really exciting World Cup, a dynamic tournament competition where lots of teams have the chance to win. I think we'll see some upsets, There'll be surprises. There'll be drama. I'm hoping it's the best World Cup ever. I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. So with that, I want to turn quickly to our golden. It's called our golden goal, and it's how we wrap up each episode. And so it's our chance to show what's making us happy about football. And so why don't we turn to Iksan's clip first? And this is a local highlight that he's going to talk us through. So Kiki, over to you. Yep, he's got it. Was it the save?
Yeah. I wanna talk about the stadium of this match.
Oh, the stadium.
This is in Makassar, South Sulawesi. I also watched the game in
Were you
Makassar.
there?
Yep, I'm there at the stadium. You know that this is the Matwanging Stadium.
Okay.
The Makassar state government built the stadium for our PON, our national olahraga sports week in the 1955.
Yep.
And also this stadium also the first stadium that held the Indonesian football game in the evening.
Okay.
Before that, only play with in the 3 p.m. also 4 p.m. But only in Makassar we play after the 7 p.m. So this is like the cultural thing in Makassar.
Fascinating.
In late 90s until the early 2000s. But now the stadium already gone, already demolished.
Oh, it's gone.
Already gone.
Aww.
It's gone. Demolished before, something like that, the politics, the corruption of the.
Oh, there's a story there.
Yeah, the story for to rebuild the stadium. So, and now people in Makassar also call it like the football shrine.
Mm. I love it.
Shrine.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Is there pieces of the stadium you can visit?
You know that in the stadium, many legend here. For example, maybe some audience even call our myth players Ramang.
Yeah.
They play for the Makassar in 90s and also play also for the Indonesian national team in the Olympic. The only Olympic we play. He also. Some people say he scored more than 100 goals for our national team, but not like now because many players only play for the exhibition, like the team in Hong Kong, team in China's Taipei, team in Sri Lanka, for example, not only for the national team. So officially, not Ramang only scored 25 goals for the national team, but unofficially he scored more than 100 goals. So this is. The play when like the home of Ramang. So but now Makassar, the biggest city in Indonesia, there is no football stadium, unfortunately.
That's horrible.
Yep.
Anyway, I don't know if that's so happy. If that's a golden goal, but I think it's interesting. It's very interesting. My clip, if we could, Kiki, is really short. Are many, like when I say the name Lamine Yamal, do most people know who I'm talking about? I'm not so sure, but he's the future of football, really. And I love a good pass. And so what we're going to see here is one of the best passes we've seen in a very long time. The outside of his left boot. Of course, Danny Olmo lets him down there, doesn't finish it. But look at the skill and just how easy he makes it look. That's called a nutmeg in English when you put it through someone's legs. Passes the defender, 1 step, 2 step. He sees something no one else sees and puts it across into a space where only his player can get it. It's incredible. Anyway, it gives me joy. I hope it gives you a little joy. I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. Thank our online audience. And hope you can join us again. We're going to be meeting again on May 21st for the 5th episode of our podcast. We'll be that much closer to the World Cup in the United States and that much more excited about all the competition and excitement we're going to see in North America in June and July of this year. So thanks for joining. Please, if you have questions or suggestions, topics of conversation, send them to the Ad America social media platforms on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram. And with that, let me turn it back to Audi, our guide and host.
Thank you, Pak Jamie. Can we get a big round of applause for our podcasters, Pak Jamie and Mas Iksan? Yes, and Sobat America, if you're interested in more events about soccer or about the World Cup, please stay tuned to all our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube at AT America. And also be sure to visit our website at www.atamerica.or.id. And after this event, during the close of the streaming, we are going to have a question and answer session. But that marks the end of our event for today. My name is Aldi Rashid with the entire Ad America team saying thank you and see you at the next Ad America event. Bye, everyone.